Travelling Coffee Club. Today, continuing our most recent vlog series, we're going to go on another two lines of the Manchester Metrolink. Today it's the turn of the Rochdale line and the Ashton Underline line, and we're currently waiting for a tram here at Rochdale Town Centre, which then takes us through Oldham and then into Manchester Victoria. Hope you can join me. Now, when I was last in Rochdale, this station didn't exist. It shows you how long it's been since I was last at this end of the tracks. And I also don't remember the bus station looking that good either. Well, I've not been here since I was probably a teenager, so quite a lot's changed. Now, on the weekend I'm doing this, there's a driver shortage, I think. So there's a bit of a irregular service along the Rochdale line at the moment. Let me just go and look at the board, see when the next tram's due. 23 minutes. And normally the trams are every 12, so it just tells you that quite a lot of drivers are off today. But we will overcome and we will get this line done. So just to give you an idea of where we are. We're currently there. We've got to go all the way through Oldham and then into Victoria. Then we're going to get the train out to Ashton and then do the line all the way back to Piccadilly. So the next vlog that will be out will be the Manchester Airport line and East Didsbury, followed eventually by the Travel Centre and Eccles. I have heard that there's rumours around that they're going to try and connect Rochdale, Bury and Ashton together. So like a loop goes to Middleton. I don't know how true those rumours are, but if it was to happen, it would certainly really help those areas of Manchester that aren't currently connected. The first stop along from Rochdale Town Centre is Rochdale Railway Station, and the railway station is literally over there. I mean, there's more frequency of trams than trains going towards Manchester, but the train is a bit faster. And the trams and trains meet up again when it gets into Manchester Victoria. So I've just got into Oldham, and the Rochdale and Oldham line was basically put onto what was the Oldham Loop. And just to show you how close the Oldham Loop was to what is now the Metrolink line, you can see over there, the tram line comes down here and across there into Oldham Mumps. But what used to happen was, there used to be a bridge that used to come over here and go into there. Old track bed and the old Oldham Mumps, Oldham Central Stations used to be down there. Now when it was being built, the tram network actually used it, because the tram lines are still here to this day. Now, as much as I'd love to get onto there and have a look round, it's all fenced off, and the parts that aren't have got CCTV cameras, so I think I'll give it a miss. So this is the new Oldham Mumps station. So, as I showed you before, the track deviates from the original Oldham Mumps station and comes up here up to Oldham Central and then picks up the Oldham Loop again when we get to the other side. Why it deviated off the original path, I don't know. I mean, the tram actually did use a site just up from the original Oldham Mumps station for a while until this part was built. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get a tram from here in Oldham Mumps up to NewtonHeath&Moston, which is the location of one of the major train depots in Manchester. While we're waiting for the next tram to appear at Oldham Mumps, whenever that's going to be, me and the Coffee Cup have been having a look at the analytics on the channel, and we've noticed that quite a lot of you who watch these videos aren't subscribed. Me and the Coffee would really appreciate it if you could please subscribe to the channel, as it really does help, and with all the vlogs that are coming up in this soon, I don't want you to miss out. This tram's just pulled in. It was going to Shaw. It's now not in service. wonder if we can go to those points over there and come back up. Delayed at Oldham Months is because there's been a medical emergency at Durker, but fortunately we're now on a tram going up towards NewtonHeath&Moston. Well, yeah, we are a little bit behind time, but hopefully shouldn't affect us being able to do the Ashton line as well today. And we are now back on the old Oldham Loop line. Going towards Oldham here, through Freehold, and you take a turn left, but if you've gone straight on, you just carry on down the old tram line, train line.
Yeah, go on.
So, just got off at NewtonHeath&Moston and I've just spotted something. Just through the tunnel, there is one of the new Northern train toys. Let's see how much closer we can get to it. Newton Heath is Northern's main depot in Manchester, and it's quite easily located because it's literally there, and Victoria's at the other end of that line. Also, at the further end of the platform, there is a waste disposal depot where the train that basically carries all the garbage out of Manchester goes, and it has to go on the tram line to get out. So yeah, let's go and see how close we can get to the Northern depot. There it is, the entrance to the main Northern depot. I don't think you're actually allowed down there unless you work there, so that's as close as we can get to the entrance. So as you can see there, there's two Class 195s and some of the older stock that Northern have. What we'll do is when we get on the tram, I'll try and video going past just to show you how close the trams really do get to the Northern depot. So because of the garbage train coming down here, this part of the line is actually a single platform. So it's got a dot matrix sign at that end for the trams going towards Manchester, and a dot matrix sign over there for all the trams going towards Oldham. Which would mean that this line here is for the Northern depot, and also the garbage disposal, which is just down there. So we're going to leave NewtonHeath&Moston and go one stop down to Central Park. Welcome to Central Park Tram Stop, home of Greater Manchester Police Headquarters, and also a fantastic looking station complex. Although that looks suspiciously quite similar to to a football stadium that's on a different route. And we're going to see that later on today. So just remember what that looks like, and when we get to the football stadium, let's just see how similar it looks. I personally think that is in the wrong place. What an amazing station canopy that is. Built in 2012 when the line was extended out to Rochdale and Oldham. I've got to say, it's one of the most impressive stations outside of the city of Manchester that I've seen. I showed you where the Northern Rail depot is in relation to the station at NewtonHeath&Moston, but you should see how close it is to this stop at Central Park. In fact, I'm going to put a roll of film in now of a train going past on the train line. There's one line going into the Metro Depot Queen's Road. And what you're about to see now is the Bury and Rochdale lines meet up just outside Manchester Victoria. There's the Bury line now, and right on cue, there's a tram. I didn't plan it on this. So this is Manchester Victoria, the second most used station by train passengers outside of Manchester Piccadilly. Now what the tram would normally do is go up there and to the right and go towards Exchange Square. However, currently due to engineering work, they're not turning right. So it's going to go through Shooting Hill instead. What I'll do is, start with this line, start at Exchange Square, start there, so then we get every station taped off. Just see where the line goes as well. If you just look there where that Royal Mail van is, the line just goes up there. So we're going to end our odyssey on the Rochdale line here at Market Street, and I'll see you all in Ashton. Hello and welcome to Ashton Metrolink station, home of IKEA. Probably the largest department store, furniture store on the network. And also the Ashton Metrolink stop is also connected to Ashton Underline railway station, and also just up there the Ashton Underline bus station as well. So it's a bit like Ultra, but it's a bit more like an interchange. Trams from this stop normally go all the way to Eccles, but as there's currently only a replacement bus service on the Eccles line, they've actually rerouted them to Bury. Trust me, we're not going to go that far today. We're only going to go as far as Manchester Piccadilly, but along the way we're going to go off at a few stops and just have a look round. There's one stop on this line that I think Metrolink needs to change the name of, because the current name of it is a bit gory. So, Droylsden, the original end of the Ashton Underline line until the rest of the roadway was completed. And as you can see, this goes all the way down there. And if you follow that road long enough, you actually get to IKEA. But yeah, this was the original end until it was extended, and it's actually one of the odd platforms which is both sided. Manchester on that side, Ashton Underline on this side. Next stop that we're going to stop at was part of the Manchester 2002 Commonwealth Games. And the station's actually named after the venue that was there. Now, between here and the next stop we're going to officially stop at is a stop that, as I said previously, I think the Metro need to look at changing the name. I'm going to show you why now. Yep, Cemetery Road. Bit too full. So if anyone from Metrolink watches this video, please can you at least think of changing it? Because I'm sure there's other roads around it that you can name the station after. So, Velo Park. Let's have a look round, shall we? Velo Park, named after that building. The Velodrome, home to the 2002 Commonwealth Games cycling and Britain's Commonwealth and Olympic cycling teams now, and right next door to it is the HSBC National Cycling Centre. So British cycling is performed in those buildings there. But there's more around Velo Park than just those two buildings. Now, this area of Manchester wasn't always this busy. I mean, the tram line only came through in the late noughties, early 2010s. But the reason why it was probably more urgently needed than it originally was because after the 2002 Olympic Games, a football team came knocking to East Manchester, and since their takeover in 2008 have pumped in shed loads of money, and they've also built the Etihad campus, home of every Manchester City men's and women's team. And that is the stadium that the women play their Super League games in. And there's a pitch in there just for goalkeepers. There's also a school over here as well. Oh yeah, and a massive Asda. Now remember what I said at Central Park? With the massive spire coming out at the top of the tram stop. Well, I think it should go at our next station call. The Etihad campus, formerly known as the City of Manchester Stadium. Now, when the Commonwealth Games was held here in 2002, Manchester City were looking for a new ground. But unlike what they did at the London Stadium for West Ham, they took the track out, dug another tier down and put the pitch in. And it's a much better stadium than the London Stadium would be. But Man City never changed. That was until 2008, when Sheikh Mansour bought the club, and the last 12, 13 years have been some of the best years that Man City have ever known. And the great thing is, I've been here for most of it. In fact, I used to sit on the second tier up that turnstile. I mean, the Velo Park and Etihad campus tram stops are that close, I've actually walked over instead of getting the tram. Now, on a match day, as you can see, there currently has got trams to Manchester, and over there trams to Ashton under-line. But on a match day, they send them through those gates over there, through those turnstiles to make sure you've got a ticket, and then they make you queue up on the stairs for a tram. Pretty much what they do on that side as well. And it's a system that works really well. I mean, you do have to wait quite long for a tram, but they do stack them in doubles to clear away the excess crowds on a match day. So on a match day, you come through there, through those gates, then do a zigzag through these gates here, then down to the platforms down here. Now, they do not send too many people down here, they send enough to fill a double tram, and then wait for the next one. And this is our last stop, Manchester Piccadilly, the mainline station in and out of Manchester, along with Manchester Victoria. But that will be the end of today's vlog. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so you don't miss the channel. And we'll hope to see you all in the next one.